Come on, Trey.
I'm coming right now.
What's on? What's your paper?
On your feet, Max! On your feet, Max!
How you doing?
Stay here with Trey, okay?
Let me know when you're feeding through, Craig.
Okay, good job, sir.
Oh, you need to record.
No. Hold it steady.
Wait. I have a bit, but I think that's just coming from, they're just a bit close.
Are you sure you're on the right channel on this?
No.
One here. Channel 1.
Okay, good speak. Yeah? Pretty good, Paul.
Forward, but he's out of position.
So that great?
Testing 1 2, testing. Sorry about that, folks. We're back in at the game now. Had a little technical difficulties on the commentary. Matthew Theodore has kicked to space, and the Hilltoppers are attacking now. Harrison Cummins at number 8 received the ball, and A&M's got the ball back. McGrath, I keep wanting to call him McGrath. Mass pass was knocked on there. And St. Edwards is going to have to put in a scrum.
I thought that was what it was for.
Just zoom out, fella.
I said you're the only one that did picture.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
Don't make me fire you.
O'Gara doesn't like what he's seeing. It's too close together. It's going to have him set up again.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and work, fine with that.
And came together too hard there. And so he's going to have a talk with him, let him know what he wants, what he doesn't want.
Is it okay?
A&M scrum looks almost completely different from last year at the front row, with Garnett and Demling coming in from the back row, and Eric Wiggin adding in. Strum stable. McKay's pass is knocked down by Sony, and it looks like Simone had a good little run up, and he's back up to the gain line. McNally out, and Beignet is going to kick away, but directly under it is Grayson Dowler, and I'm telling you what, that's not the guy you want with ball in hand in space if you're the defense. St. Edward's got a good drive over at the ruck and countering very well, and they've got the ball back. There goes Alex Plata as he came in from Drew Lowe, and Beignet found some space again, and Cornelius is right there behind the 22, and his kick is knocked down, but it goes to touch. So A&M gets a fortunate turn there, and they're going to get the line out outside the 22. Demblin with the throw in again. Demblin goes up to his favorite target, Frazier. Frazier to Sony, to Theodore. Theodore is going to look for the offload, but he keeps. Into the ruck. Sony now out. Found Dylan Starks. Starks fed back inside. And A&M's offense is setting up again. You've got a tremendous overload on the left side. If they can just maintain possession at the ruck, they'll be all right. But O'Gara is going to call a penalty there and hands in. Cornelius gets another shot at touch. And he sends a boomer back, but he doesn't find touch. It makes it right to the 10-meter. And now Alanis, he kicks ahead, but oh no, they found Philip Hansen. Hansen just gonna truck over his man and set up a ruck for A&M on the other side of the midway. Now Theodore finds McMath. McMath finds a hole. McMath has help outside, but no. We're gonna have a penalty advantage. It's called. Come back, and O'Gara is saying that St. Edwards was not rolling away at the ruck where Hansen got tackled. Cornelius finds touch this time inside the 22, and that is a good read for A&M in the lineout. O'Gara calls time for a second. And teams get some things settled out there. Now the line out with Dimblin. Dimblin looks for Jacob Browning, but it is knocked around, and St. Edwards is going to come up with possession about 10 meters out of the end goal. Connolly McKay's trying to get him out of trouble. He kicks into space, and Nikolai Solo, he's going to find. How'd that prop get that far up on the kick? Frazier has it into the ruck. Sony has it out to Theodore. Theodore is going to take again and feed to his forwards. Sony's looking for quick ball, but it looks like the Hilltoppers come in from the side. And A&M's going to get another penalty. Cornelius again finds touch inside the 22. A&M needs a cleaner line out to attack from this position. They've got to get Browning up high enough to get that ball. It's up to Frazier. Frazier doesn't get it, but looks like Danny Amsler was there to clean it up. And Sony's out to Theodore, and Theodore skips out to Starks. Starks to Cornelius. Cornelius to Grath. To Mr. Matt Krath. Sorry about that. I know his mom's watching from Italy. And Krath has a knock on there, and St. Edwards is going to get a scrum at 22, see what they can do to get that ball out of that end. A&M looks to be knocking a little rust off the hinges. And St. Edwards has already had about 3 weeks worth of practice and a couple games under their belt.
Hey, dude, you gotta pay.
Trying to kick the touch, but Krath is right under it, and he goes up for the counter. Feeds out to Cornelius. Cornelius out to Grayson Dowlern has a hole the size of the state, and he finds his way in goal and to center. That's Grayson Dowlern off of the counterattack, and that's a big boy out there on the wing to stop. And A&M's going to be up 5-0. Dowlern's a junior out of St. Thomas High School in Houston. He's been playing for Brett Mills for almost 8 years now. He's kind of got an idea of what system Mills wants out of him, and Mills put him out on the wing for a game last year and seemed to have found his place. Cornelius sets up. or tries to. Wind's not helping him at all. Cornitos adds the extras, and it's 7-0 Texas A&M.
Wait 1 second. Let me just. Let's say I'll see you around in just 1 second.
St. Edward's coming back to the line for the restart. And Andor Beignet from Durban, South Africa, is going to have the drop kick at the restart. He lines his forwards up, and he's going to put it deep for A&M and put it right into Philip Hansen's hands. Hansen drives forward. A&M clean that ruck out like they typically do. I think they're finding a little effort there, and McMath charges forward. Doesn't quite make the gain line, and then there's that's Dembling cleaning up at the ruck. Hansen again, powering forward. Stoney out, finds Theodore. Theodore looks for the grubber, nothing doing. And Kraft cleans up, retains possession for Texas A&M, but St. Edwards has him down inside the 22, and now A&M needs to look for some space. There goes Danny Ambler. And that ball's out of the side, and Mauricio Verdine has found it and given it to Anthony Simone, but Simone was brought down hard. St. Edwards still trying to find possession there, but A&M is tying that ball up inside, and it's going to be a scrum to St. Edwards. I hope it's going to be penalty to St. Edwards. O'Gara says there's hands in. Kind of gray on the signals there. Andor finds touch inside 10 meters. And if you're a Lachlan Ferguson follower, you know what's going to happen next. This should be a forward-centric move into the end goal, or at least towards it, to see if A&M can counter it well.
Barbie! Go over there and get Barbie.
Alec Ford cleans it up, and he's driving forward with the maul. He's got it down for the ruck. McNally's looking for a hole, and he looks for space. And McNally's wrapped up tight. St. Edwards looking for ball. That was Harrison Cummins. And a knock on at the ruck. A&M did a very good job defending that. A knock on at the ruck gets A&M the ball in a scrum 5 meters out of their end goal. And let's look for Cornitas, or look for Demblon to kick this one away. Excuse me, Theodore to kick this one away. This time he says it's knock on. Nope, not from the mark. The mark's at the back foot of the scrum. Conley McNally. And that's twice that St. Edwards hasn't taken it through the mark. Josh Womack that time tried it, and now the scrum's going to beat A&M. A little bit of mix-up of where that ball's got to go for the free kick, and it's tough news for St. Edwards. That was a good possession, a good striking possession there they had. Now they got to try and strike against the head and see if they can get that ball back. Sony has it in immediately. Cornitas. Cornitas' kick is not really good, but McMath is there to clean up with the tackle. And he's trying to get that ball. It's not out clean. Glottis has it, and he passes to no one, but McNally's there to clean it up. Penalty to St. Edwards, and Beignet's called a no. Let's be smart about this. And what does Beignet want to do? And St. Edwards has enough confidence, they're going to call for the scrum there and try and get one over on A&M again. McNally has it in. Looks like A&M struck. And could not see who got that ball out, but it was out quickly. And St. Edwards got in goal with a quick strike to the inside. That was Nick McKinney. Nick McKinney striking back inside and finding in goal for the Hilltoppers. And the Hilltoppers are now down only 5-7 with Beignet's sure foot to add to extras. McMath looks ready to challenge this. And McMath blocks it. And wow. A little bit of drama there for McMath. And A&M remains on top 7-5 because of Andrew Bloodbath McMath.
Barbie! But
Cornelius with the restart.
damn, you want me to film? Let me do my own stuff.
Caleb Cornelius puts it low, line driver, straight to, looks like McNally there, but McNally knocked it on as he picked it up. That's not McNally. Who is that? That was number 3, Mauricio Verdine, with the knock on, and A&M's got a fortunate scrum at the 22 attacking in. And that back line's talking like attack this time. They think they can get through. Sony's bothered up a little bit by McNally, but he got the ball out to Theodore nonetheless, and now McMath driving up back to the gain line. Sony to Theodore. Theodore back inside looking for Amsler. Can't find him, so he sets up the ruck. Now Jacob Browning driving forward. Sony to Theodore, finds Starks. Starks finds a hole, and it's going to take 2 to bring Starks down. And not real sure exactly what that call was. It's holding in. He's going to call Starks for holding the ball in. Looks like he set up to lay an egg and didn't get it all the way through to where the sun could shine on the ball. So St. Edwards, Beignet is going to get a kick for touch. And it's a short one. It's a short one, and we've got a line out to St. Edwards heading out. McKinney's got a lot of energy retrieving that ball, and he's going to go with the throw in. And he gets a throw in nice. Beignet is looking for somebody, but he doesn't have anybody there. He's trying to take it himself straight up. And the ball went through. A&M's looking to get it. Can they get there? Nope. It's going to be 22-meter drop for St. Edwards. And Beignet's looking to go quick, but he's got Dimblin right there in front of him. Marked him up. One try was all it really took for A&M to get their wind about them. And straight to Kraft. Amsler's going to catch it though. Runs around one man, ties up three. And Sony's looking for quick ball. Theodore. Looks for Hanson. Dummies to him. Now Hanson again. From the base, and Hanson you can't arm tackle that man. Hanson makes 10 meters off of it, and Browning's there at the back of the ruck looking to get the ball again. But it looks like A&M's driven in from the side. He's given a side entry call, and St. Edwards has got another penalty they can kick for. Foul touch about 10 meters up from where the penalty mark is given at. There's bobble communications there, but looks like they've got it. And McMahon picks up a bobble pass, and McNally's going to have to run up behind and catch him and bring him down before he makes in goal. Sony finds Anthony out there, and that ball goes into touch. And it's a dangerous tackle there on McNally on McMath is what O'Gara's calling. And A&M needs to settle it down here. Play it smart. Hanson's going to take himself. He drives up to the goal line, and it's Hanson with his second on the day. Philip Hanson. No, his first on the day, excuse me. But Philip Hanson drives forward. I think he gave it to Chris Frazier there. And I think that was Hanson with the try. Yeah, Hanson with the try, and Frazier on him driving him in. That brings A&M up 12-5. Cornelius again with the extras directly in front of the post. Takes his time, raises the flags, and it's 14-5 Texas A&M. Beignet with the restart. He's going to put it deep again. And it's Hanson that picks it up. And O'Gara's let Hilltoppers know twice that they need to move away. And he's calling for a scrum as a dead ball, even though that ball popped out on Hilltopper's side. Sony with the put in. A&M getting just a little bit of advantage on the shove. Theodore bobbles it a little bit. Looks for Starks, looks for Cornitas. Cornitas out to Dowlern. Dowlern bobbles it up, and but the Hilltoppers have got the ball back, so O'Gara is playing the advantage. Glottis comes up with it. He drives forward. At the 22, McNally out to Alanis. Alanis looking for space, finding none. McNally again looking for space on his own and finding very little. He gets about 3 meters off that run. Now Cummins. Cummins with a good drive, getting 5 meters off of that.
Man, you're getting big. How you doing, man?
And they've lost possession. Looks like Wiggins come up. Oh, that's Browning come up with it. Now Ansler. Quick ball out from Sony. Sony to Cornitas. Cornitas looking for a touch, but he's not going to find it. It's going into space, and he got a favorable bounce and making Alanis actually work for it. St. Edward's back on attack again. Conley with short ball to Alec Forer there. He bobbles it up to McKinney. And O'Gara is going to call the penalty there, probably not releasing. That's about the second or third time McKinney's taken it in and had been slow to release. Cornitas with a high ball. Just on the other side of the midway, attacking in. Jim Blum with the throw in. Overthrows Browning, but he finds Wiggin. And we're going to have a not in straight.
What's up, Trey? How you been doing, man? You good? Got you filming the games now?
Have a not in straight, so St. Edward's can have a possession there.
You look fit, man.
Yeah. Craig's in there.
Okay. Oh, is he? I'll say hi to him. I'll say hi.
McNally with the feed. And Cummins is going to take and look for McNally, but that's a bobble pass, and Simone's going to find it. Thank you. Glottis drives forward, gets about 5 meters. Now McNally's looking to attack. Beignet sees a hole, kicks it to Cornitas inside 22, and Cornitas is just going to go with the safe side and look to touch. He finds touch midway, and not sure why St. Edward's didn't go with the quick end there. Dowlern had overrun his man, and they probably could have had some meters out of that. McKinney with a clean throw in to Cummins. And now Glottis, Alex Glottis driving forward. He's had several good runs off the base of a ruck today. Nikolai Solo. Connolly looking for a post again, not finding anything. He finds Forer again. And Browning came up with the ball, but O'Gara is saying, not sure what O'Gara is saying, but he called a penalty there. Beignet finds touch. Nice soar. Almost to the 22. That's good attacking position for St. Ed's. Nice crowd of about 200 out here for the game today, maybe 250.
That's mine.
And Frazier with the steal. But Sony picks it up, and he's just going to drive right up and let his forward set it up off the base. That's at Anthony No last name again. Then Amsler. Sony now finds Theodore. And Beignet was a bit on the offsides, and fortunately for Theodore there, Amsler was there to clean it up. And now Starks. Starks feeding out. Oh, nice pick by Zaragoza there. Zaragoza got it out quickly to De Reignac. And St. Edwards is going to have to start setting up on these counterattacks pretty quick, or else it's going to end up tied up in a ruck like that, and A&M is going to continue to get possession. St. Edwards cannot afford to allow a good counterattack position like that to be lost. I'm going to look for A&M to go weak on an 8-man take with Dallern and Chase on this one. And, made a different choice. Theodore out to Starks. Starks to Cornelius. Cornelius finds a hole but runs into Beignet and then gets back into Sony. And A&M's lost that ball forward in the ruck, and McNally is picked up. Now Gladys trying to pick up, and they're playing a little footy there with it. Forward tackle Sony. And Cornitos is going to kick away A&M's troubles there and let De Reignac figure it out. De Reignac doesn't want any part of Dallern. He gives it out to Alanis, and then Alanis back inside. Back out to De Reignac. McNally with a little up and under, but Theodore catches it. Kind of unclear who's got that ball now. Looks like A&M's driving forward. Sony again to Cornelius. Cornelius soars it, and De Reignac's not there to retrieve it. It's into touch, and now it's St. Edward's ball at the lineout. McKinney's throwing in for Drew Lowe. Lowe went out with what looked like a groin injury early in the game. McKinney is out of Houston, Texas, Langham Creek High. And he's had a pretty heck of a game. He's played a pretty good start. There's Theodore finding McMath. Nice inside run by the Aggies. Sony again out to Theodore. Back inside. That was a forward pass, but O'Gara was way out of position to catch Hanson on it. And now, Dixon Garnett. That boy's a train right there. Jacob Browning now. Stark at the back of the ruck. Sony now to Anthony No Name. Sony to Hanson. Hanson to McMath. McMath feeding out to Dallern. And Dallern's in space. You're not going to catch him. He runs back inside on Alanis. And that's Dallern's second on the day. Try time here near the end of the first half at Texas A&M. Grayson Dallern's such a big unit at wing. He's hard to catch, and all that speed. You put him in space like that, he's gonna be a tough one for a little guy like Alanis to bring down. Cornelius has it up. He's got the extras, and it scores 21-5, Texas A&M. We're nearing the end of the first half right now. Should be into what little injury time Gary has applied.
Let's go, boys. Hey, drive it home.
Beignet with one more shot at it. He's got it deep again. Hanson's calling for it. Hanson to Amsler. Amsler up. Got support. Sony out to Theodore. Theodore to McMath. Cornelius cleans it up, and that's going to be halftime. And at the half, Texas A&M's up 21-5 over St. Edward's University.
Jack, get off the field, okay?
So I've been told there was some static on my microphone, so we're looking at another mic here.
Prince.
Little confusion there at the scrum as to who was going to have the put in.
Standing up all
Garrett
day.
had to straighten him out.
Chill out, dude. You're not just standing up.
McNally with the put in for St. Edwards now.
Chill out.
8 o'clock. Because I had to go to community service.
McNally out to Beignet. Beignet with a little bobble step, and wow! McMath with a hard hit on Beignet, and he bobbles it forward. A&M's got possession. And Matt Kraft is on the outside trying to find some space. And A&M got tagged for not releasing in the scrum there. Kraft released soon enough. And St. Edward's fighting for it. Another tag. And A&M's got another penalty and quick tap. It goes to Josh Womack. Womack drives forward, and A&M's have to put up a goal line stand. Beignet now to Simone. Simone's brought down. Conley's brought down. We got a little scores out of the Baylor game today. Baylor played Rice and has beat Rice 20-11 for their A-side game and 22-18 for the B-side game. So That's 2 Allied Rugby Conference teams with W's in the columns now. And A&M's definitely got a good lead here against St. Edwards. A&M with the put in. St. Edwards trying to counter drive, and they've turned it, and it looks like that McNally found his way in goal and snuck one in, and it's try time, St. Edwards. That makes the score 21-10. Still in favor of A&M, and Beignet is going to try and add the extras, and I think he learned his lesson from last time. He's going to back it up a little bit.
Hey, we're in this game.
Beignet strikes it true, bringing the score to 21-12, still in favor of Texas A&M. No real changes by either team at halftime. Caleb Cornelius with the restart. He's got it a little deeper than normal, and a little bit of a miscommunication from St. Edwards there as Forer and David Knock run into each other. Beignet goes for touch, and we're going to have it should have been an accidental offsides there, but no, it's not. A&M's got the ball back, so it's not really going to matter, and now the Aggies trying to get in strike position. And O'Gara is going to call the knock on there by St. Edwards, and possession in the scrum is going to go to the Aggies. Strong put in by Sony. Sony doesn't have a good pass out though, and McMath is going to have to clean it up, and he continues to drive forward. Nice ruck set by A&M. Back into their forwards to Eric Wiggin. Wiggin drives it back up to the gain line. Sony out to Theodore. Theodore to Starks. Starks looking for help, but he's not brought down yet. And Theodore is back to his scrum half in ways. Now Sony in, finds Anthony. Sony out to Starks. Starks has found, the danger man, Chris Frazier. Sony to Theodore. Theodore skips out to Cornelius. And now Dowlern. Dowlern's going to go back inside. He's taken down by Darenoff. Amsler now. Theodore finds Hanson. Hanson. Oh, Hanson with a nice offload to Frazier. Frazier with the little, what am I going to do with this pass? Now Jacob Browning. And Jacob almost into a tip tackle there. O'Gara Looks they've been playing a penalty advantage, and there's no signal from O'Gara as to what that is, and A&M's going to go for post, and Philip Hansen's down, and that's not typical for Hansen. Hansen's a pretty tough kid, so if he's down, he's down. Oh, he pops right back up. Cornelius is looking for the tee. And I think A&M's fixing to make a couple of changes in the lineup. It's 21-12 now. Cornelius going for post on the penalty. And Hansen's hit the deck again. Cornelius has put the flags up, and it's 24-12 Texas A&M. 24-12. Looks like Hansen's going off, and who's coming on for Hansen? Connor Wilson. Connor Wilson's coming on for Philip Hansen. Connor had a great 7th season, but he's a freshman. We'll see where he slots in at. I'm pretty sure he's going to slot in at front row, and Dimlin's going to go to the back row. Beignet with the restart. He's got a nice short one there, and his guys are looking for it, but that was Amsler comes up with it. Sony, Theodore looking wide out of McMath. McMath slips his man out to Dowling. And Dowling goes back to the inside of DeRenac. And now Starks. Starks not tackled. Oh, he had Frazier on the outside, and Frazier would have been away on that one. Theodore punches it through and lets Kraft take on Alanis, and Kraft is going to play a little footy with it. And it goes to touch. Looks like Dimblin still got the throw-in responsibilities. It's not the best of throw-ins, and O'Gara is going to call that not in straight, and St. Edwards wants a scrum. Looks like St. Edwards has made a change at second row and brought Louis Morsi in. Morsi's out of the Woodlands. Great youth program there. McNally's bobbled that up in the scrum, and A&M is driving on it, but they are dinged for holding on inside. Beignet tries to find somebody inside. And that looked like Josh Womack driving down. Terrible pass to Alanis, cleaned up by Dylan Starks. And not quite sure how that was a, he said it was not wrapped up to tackle. Okay. Now Cornelius from behind the 22. He boots it. He is not finding touch with that, and McNally's right under it. McNally, though, is finding an up and under. He sees nobody in space. Oh, but Dimblin's a tough kid under the high ball. Now Theodore. Theodore out to Krath and Almany Jackson. Almany Jackson's out of Phoenix, Arizona. And he looks to have come in for Anthony Simone. Ford takes it true there in the line out. St. Edward's driving that maul forward. It's finally brought down. And they got it back up again. Megara's going to whistle that up as dead ball, scrum to the Aggies. Sony with the put in. A&M getting driven back. That's becoming a habit. Mills is not going to like that. And it looks like St. Edwards has got, nope, St. Edwards had possession, but A&M's going to take it out. That was Connor Wilson with the take. Anybody watching the A&M ball, they've seen this before, and this is a, you may think that you've got a good place. This is not a place you want to have A&M at. And Matt Krath has put Almani Jackson into touch, and it's a line out to Texas A&M about 10 meters out of their end goal.
A lot of the old guys, huh?
Cornelius again, trying to find some position. Almani sidesteps Krath and steps into touch. So this is just the last play redone. Dimlin with the throw in again. Frazier taps it. But it's got to be cleaned up by the front row, and St. Edwards comes up with it out of that ruck. Nice recovery by St. Edwards. McNally was looking for a ball, but he couldn't. O'Gara wants it in through the mark, and McNally did not give it. I'm assuming that means that A&M was caught not rolling away. And Andor Beignet says, hey, I can make that. Let's go for 3 points. It's 24-12 right now, and Beignet wants to make that 24-15. From about 30, 35 meters away. Penalty kicks live ball, and A&M looks to have a couple guys positioning it in case that bounces off. Kicks up. It's not going to be any good. Cornelius gets it, taps it down, and it's going to be a 22-meter drop for Texas A&M. Ah, look at Dowlern. Grayson Dowlern gets up under that 22-meter drop and regains possession. Theodore has it out to Starks. Oh, that's not Starks. Who came in there? That's John Schnell. John Schnell's in. Not sure he's in 4, but John Schnell is in the game for Texas A&M. Ansler now. Ball's. That's Schnell again. That's Frazier. Frazier has it back, but it's cleaned up by, I think that was Teblinois, who's been relatively quiet this game for St. Edwards, and he's not a quiet player. McMath got nobody outside of him, so he runs back inside. His support's there with Dowlern. A&M securing ball. Cornelius back inside to Theodore. Theodore has the hole. He has it out to Cornelius again, but Benier's got Cornelius wrapped up. Garnett Dixon. Dixon Garnett, excuse me, with the drive there. Good drive by the big man. Schnell got a little head of the pass there. It's like Connor Wilson there with the drive. Theodore has it out. Schnell again. And Frazier. Frazier, oh, the horse is off to the races, and he's just going to run right into Alanis. And nope, he's not going to release it fast enough. He's got it back there. Schnell looks like he's gone in for Dylan Starks. More drive for McMath. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say Schnell went in for Theodore, and Theodore cut in for Sony, because Theodore's in there at the scrum half position quite a bit. And that's exactly what it looks like's happened. Is Schnell came on at fly half, and Theodore moved into scrum half, which is his natural position. And obviously, McMath coming off. And I'm hearing from the crowd that Matt Bloodbath McMath has left the field. And who's that's come on for him? Oh, that's Stolarski. You can tell by that haircut. Connor Wilson with the take inside. Schnell looks back inside and goes with it. Now Stolarski. Oh, how many guys are going to take to bring him down? Oh, 5 meters, and he's not down yet. Finally, 4 of them on him. Theodore, he's brought down, somebody coming in from the side. Oh, he's going to, O'Gara saying hands in, and he could have given a side entry penalty on that as well. Caleb Cornelius looking for touch. Got the wind blowing right back at him. He's going to have to put a good boot on this. And it's out on Texas A&M, and the Hilltoppers are going to get a line out.
Actually, they were horrible.
Hilltoppers with a short line out. And they're going to make it quick. Frazier trying to steal, and he slows it down a little bit. Benier's got a kick ahead, and he kicks down to Dowlern, who's going to have a little bit of a foot race, but that's not much for Dowlern. Out to Cornelius. Cornelius with a boomer. It soars, but four is going to be right up under there. And
Rugby ball twice.
O'Gara missed a huge penalty there on A&M with not getting back 10 meters. Beignet did a great job keeping possession there on a bad pass. But A&M is clearing that off. Stolarski blowing in on the ruck there. Now Alec Forer. Oh, the big lock drives forward, and he's down in, and Mauricio Verdine tried to take it in, and O'Gara is calling that a forward pass. Not calling it a knock-on. He's calling it a knock-on, and it's going to be scrum to Texas A&M. So A&M is going to have to get themselves out of this end and drive down the other side. St. Edwards again with a good push there, and it's whistled up. And O'Gara calls for another scrum. This time it's knocked on by A&M, then by St. Edwards. So the first knock on, the ball is going to go into St. Edwards. McNally looks to have the put in. And Dowler needs to wake up because Derenok's coming weak. St. Edwards having a difficult time after that scrum. And it looks like A&M's had possession and bobbled it up. McNally with the ball out of the scrum tries to take it, but the post gathers him up. It looks like Forer again driving forward. And is that Forer that got in? No, it's not Forer, but looks like McNally got in for a try for St. Edwards. And that's going to bring the score 24-17. Yes, that was McNally with the score there. Beignet's waiting on his tee.
Is Jack?
Beignet posts it, and it's going to remain 24-17 in Texas A&M's favor. Cornelius with the restart. St. Edwards has seen a little resurgence in this half. There's Frazier. Frazier with the tap back. And Forer cleans that up. McNally with the ball out. High pass to Beignet. Beignet to Dowlern. Dowlern's right under it. And, yeah, Dowlern says, what are you going to do? That's a sloppy ruck there, and a couple of the St. Edwards players left their feet as they drove over. And so it looks like there was a knock on there, or just caught in the ruck. Not sure, there's no signal. And Theodore has to put in. Well, no, they've changed that up. Now you got Daniel Lane with the put in. So Daniel Lane's come in for Theodore, so you have a completely new 9-10 combination for Texas A&M, and you've got Daniel Lane and looks like John Schnell. Excuse me, Robbie Larson and John Schnell. Stolarski knocked it on there, and so St. Edwards is going to have to put in here. McNally with the ball out to Beignet. Beignet's going to kick through, and his kick bounces into touch. Finds Matt Kraft too far up, and Cornelius too far over. There's no counterattack for Texas A&M there. They're going to have to take the throw in. Sloppy throw in by Texas A&M. McNally's signaling at his ball, and looks like he gave it to Glottis. St. Edwards had some good attacks here in the second half, and I'd say A&M's got the ball in that one. Shell there with a big boomer, and it's into touch, and it's the Hilltoppers put in this time, throw in this time. And St. Edwards asked for a minute as Alex Glottis seems to be limping up. And looks like, can't tell, that is Juan Arispe going in for him. Juan Arispe. Nice high throw. Hilltoppers did good to collect that up. Zaragoza there with a nice sidestep out to Dayronock, but Dayronock bobbles it up. And O'Gara is going to call that knock on and give the scrum put in to Texas A&M.
Are you repping the second time there? Yeah. Hey, get off the board, all right?
Larson with the put in. Out to Shell. Shell cleans it up. Stolarski tries to catch the high ball, but bobbles it up, and it goes backwards on him. A&M is fortunate to regain possession and O'Gara is not going to give him anything else because he's going to call that a knock on and give the scrum to Texas A&M there. Going to have another substitution for A&M. Cornelius is coming out, and we'll see that's Gilbert Arpero going into fullback. Gilbert Arpero.
Jack, get away from the camera, bud, now.
Didn't get to see St. Edwards knock that one on, but apparently O'Gara was on top of it. And that scrum, one of the rare collapsed scrums in this game. Say Texas A&M's trying something different at the front row to keep St. Edwards from getting that good push on them that they've had all second half. Bobbled out, and Stark's going to clean it up out to Dallard. Dallard looking out to looks like Shell. Shell securing possession, and A&M's driving forward. Larson, Shell to Joe Gibbs, who's in now. No look pass from Arpero, and it showed. Went a little high to Matt Krath, who had plenty of space. Now Jacob Browning. And O'Gara is going to whistle this one up, and I guess he's giving a scrum to St. Edwards for a forward pass. St. Edwards doesn't have much time to get ahead on this game. They're one try down. A&M gained possession at that scrum and kicked it up, and that's Anthony Simone. Looks like he moved into the outside center position for St. Edwards, and we've got a whistle here, and I'm not sure what it's about. Simone's O'Gara is talking to the St. Edwards players. And O'Gara says that A&M was coming around, not through the gate. St. Edwards drives forward, looking to make this a close game. Louis Morrissey had a nice pickup there and was about to go, but St. Edwards committed a penalty there in the ruck. Say hands in is what he called, and Texas A&M is going to kick for touch. A&M kicks for touch with a couple minutes left in the game. And Dimblin taking his time. He knows he's got the lead. A&M's up 24-17 here. A little overthrown his man, but Amsler's there to clean it up. Now Larson to Shell. Shell skips out to Arpero, who looks for Starks, and Grayson Dowler He lets Dayronock know who's boss there with a little "don't argue." Texas A&M lost possession there, and Zaragoza fighting for a meter or two. Now McNally. Oh, McNally to Verdeen, but Verdeen knocked it on, and A&M got possession back. And Dimblin there, and then Connor Wilson. And out to Shell. Shell to Stolarski. And they run into an orange wall there. Now Frazier. Frazier, 3 to take him down, and he's setting up the ruck. Now Wiggin. Wiggin feeds back inside to Connor Wilson. And O'Gara misses the offside. And Dayronock there. Dayronock knocks it on, and O'Gara's playing advantage because A&M's got possession. Gibbs driving forward. Larson out to Shell. Shell to Stolarski. Stolarski breaks one tackle. Takes it into the ruck. A&M takes it to post, but Wilson stopped up at the post, and St. Edwards got possession back on Wilson's possession. Frazier kicks it through, and we've got a whistle here, and not sure the penalty, but we've got a Hilltopper down hard. That's Anthony Simone, and penalty to Texas A&M for holding in on Simone. Not releasing, excuse me. We're into injury time here at Texas A&M now, and Cornelius are looking to take advantage of that. Kicks the touch. Even the referees walk into this one. Rare not in straight for St. Edwards, and it goes to the A&M side, and Amsler cleans up, but it comes out the other side. And I think that's a side entry on St. Edwards. Stolarski giving it the boot, putting it up high. And O'Gara looks at his whistle, and he calls full time at Texas A&M.